everybody, welcome back to another video, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Zoe, but most people know me on here and Instagram as ZAREPTILES, and today we're doing a much requested video. Finally, we're going to start talking about my must-haves for reptile keepers. Now, I did write down a list, and the list was very long, so we're going to do this in two parts. Today is part one, and we're going to talk about my must-haves for the beginner keeper, someone just starting out. You only have one or two reptiles, maybe you're just getting into the hobby, so it's nothing crazy. Some things that you probably wouldn't even think about, but that I think would be good for every beginner or someone starting out or someone with just a couple reptiles to have. Part two will be the next video, and that's going to be must-haves for maybe more advanced keepers or keepers that have quite a few animals. So things that aren't quite necessary when you're just starting out, but things that I find extremely helpful when you've been in the hobby a little longer. And even some of those things might be useful for a beginner or first time keeper as well. It's just they were things that I didn't use, didn't need, or didn't think about until I had been doing this for a little while. And in part two, we're gonna have a giveaway that I'm so excited about, and it's going to be, I'm giving away something that is probably the most mind-blowing object I've ever talked about on my channel, on Instagram, on TikTok. This object is a thing that everybody goes crazy over that I have, and I'm going to be giving away one in the next video. So make sure to come back for part two so you can take part in that giveaway. Okay, so let's jump right in. First and foremost, paper towels. You need paper towels, and if you want to try to be eco-friendly, there are reusable paper towels. You can just use cloths that you ripped up or anything. I do have reusable paper towels and whatnot, but I'd still like to have actual paper towels on hand, so if I have to clean up any like poop messes or anything and I just want to throw it away, that's what I'll use these for. These are very good to have in hand. You definitely want paper towels in your cleaning supply. And talking about cleaning, this is what I feel like a lot of people don't think about. Get a broom and a dustpan, just a little handheld one, and you will thank me later. I actually have this one, this is a big one, and I do a smaller one as well. I found the broom, but I don't know where the dustpan is right now. I always lose these, even though they have a spot where they belong, because they're super convenient for cleaning up messes. But also I always use my dustpans as shovels when I'm like cleaning enclosures or putting together enclosures and trying to like shovel substrate in or something. So multi-purpose tool. I use these all of the time. And bonus points, because I wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about something eco-friendly. My handheld little broom and dustpans are eco-friendly, made from bamboo and recycled plastic. Okay, now you want to make sure you have cleaning supplies. And by this I mean some sort of cleaner and a scrub brush. Scrub brushes they changed the game. You can clean with a paper towel, you can clean with a sponge, but for me, nothing compares to cleaning with a scrub brush. And my scrub brush actually came from the same company as my broom and like my dustpan and everything. So again, it's an eco-friendly scrub brush, which I love. So I don't have that stuff right here to show you guys because it's in the bathroom, because where I do like all my cleaning of water dishes and whatnot, and so I just didn't want to go and get it. So there are tons of reptile cleaners on the market. I also use a mix of vinegar and water, so just an at-home cleaner, but I have also used reptile cleaners. They all work well, so you just have to find something that works for you. The next object is Reptisave water conditioner. You definitely want to have some of this on hand. They have them in big containers, they have them in small containers. I have literally had this for so long, so you don't need to get a big jug of Reptisave. Alright, my camera died, but we're back now. So we're talking about the Reptisave water conditioner. I think there are very few people in the world that actually need like a full jug of this. I've had this little thing forever, and I still have a little less than half left. So just to give you an idea, 2 drops of this treats a cup of water. A teaspoon of this treats 5 gallons of water. So this can last you quite a while. So why do you want Reptisave? I guess I should probably mention that. It treats your water so it makes it reptile safe. So it takes out chlorine, chloramines, ammonia. It adds essential electrolytes, including calcium. It aids in rehydrating new arrivals. So when animals are shipped, typically, you know, they're with that water for a while, and when they come, you want to make sure you give them water so they can get rehydrated. And for amphibians, it stimulates their slime coat development, and it also reduces pH. So it just takes your water and makes it reptile and amphibian safe. So really good to have on hand. And I guess since we're talking about keeping our animals healthy, the next object I will mention is a scale. So a lot of beginner reptile keepers don't think about this. I'm fortunate that I started out in the zoo field, so I did come into the reptile hobby thinking about this. You want to weigh your pets. So you want to make sure you're weighing your animals so you can track their growth, make sure that they are, if they're growing, that they're gaining weight and not losing weight. If they're an adult, that they're either staying, you know, they're staying around a point, maybe gaining a little bit, but you want to make sure there's no rapid weight loss. And the only way you're going to know that is if you're weighing your animals. So if you are especially getting a baby animal, I definitely recommend getting a scale. So you can get them right at Walmart. It's just a kitchen food scale. That's where I got this one. Everyone always asks me where I got my scale because it is a cute scale. I like my scale. And it honestly came from Walmart. But you can get them on Amazon as well. But literally, Walmart, Target, any store that has kitchen supplies probably has just a food scale that you can go and get. Okay, what do we want to talk about next? I guess these two kind of go together. So let's start with this one. Okay, so beginner reptile keepers, this one is especially for you. When you go to the pet store, they have those temperature gauges, humidity gauges. They like stick on to your tank. Don't buy those. Don't bother with those. We've all been there. We all bought them. We all use them. They're really not that accurate. They stop working very easily. Honestly, go on Amazon, buy some sort of electronic thermometer, temperature, humidity gauge. I like to buy the ones that have temperature and humidity together because it's two birds, one stone. And you want to make sure you're watching the humidity as much as you're watching the temperature. So I have gotten electronic ones that are just that. They sit in the enclosure and they show you temperature and humidity. My new favorite though is this. So I got these on Amazon, and it has this little like home device, we'll call it, and then 3 of like these little Bluetooth devices. So I take these 3 and I have them in 3 different enclosures, and I put them in the warm side. So eventually, you know, it'd be nice to have one of these per enclosure. Right now I just actually have 3 or 4 of these total now, but I'm struggling to get the other ones set because they keep connecting to this one up in my room. So I need to take them like outside so they're far away from this one. But basically, put this in your enclosure, and then the stats get sent to this device, which I just hang right on my wall. So you can see we've got 1 enclosure, 2 enclosure, 3 enclosures. They're all different enclosures. And then up here it tells you for the room. So right now my room is 75 degrees and 33% humidity. So it makes it real easy to just quickly check temperatures for multiple enclosures. So I can just look over at this and see what it says. But again, this is just showing me the warm side because I put this in like the basking areas so that I could quickly see what the basking temperatures were at. You may have noticed those numbers were a little low. Well, first of all, the lowest one is this one in my hand, so it's reading the room. But I'm also filming this first thing in the morning, so everyone's enclosures are just starting to warm up, so that's why the temps are still a little on the lower side. So going off of the temps, this is probably the most important thing I'm going to mention today, and that is a temperature gun. So this is about as accurate as you can possibly get. I think every reptile keeper should have this. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you're a beginner, here you go. Go get one right now. So these are fantastic because it has a little laser, and you literally point at the spot you want the temperature of, and the little screen here tells you what the temperature is. So it's a good way to get very quick, fast, accurate readings of a spot, the basking spot, the cool side. So I definitely recommend every reptile keeper have one of these because it's a real quick, easy way to get an accurate reading. So Amazon, you can probably get these at Home Depot. I got mine on Amazon. Anything that you can get on Amazon, I'll also link in the description below just to make it real quick and easy. Are we on our last thing? I think we are. Okay, so last thing is kind of a duo thing. So first thing being tongs. You want to have tongs. More tongs the better, because one, everyone loses their tongs, but also it's good to have different tongs when feeding different animals, so you're not using the same tong for the same, like all the animals, because cross-contamination and whatnot. But it's good to have lots and lots of tongs if you have lots and lots of animals. So they're great for hand feeding, bugs, rodents, what have you. Now that you're gonna fall. Hey, what are you doing? Can you say hi to everybody? Okay, so to finish our thoughts, now you need somewhere to put your tongs in, because like I said, everyone loses their tongs. Now this is kind of a shameless self-plug. So this is a tong jar from my Etsy shop, one of my best sellers. They're currently not in stock. I do have smaller versions, so if you're a beginner reptile keeper or a small reptile keeper and you only have a couple of animals, you have one pair of tongs. I do have small tong jars right now in stock. I'm struggling to get more of these glass vases so that I can make more. I'm in the process though. I'm looking and I'm trying to get more. But these can be found right in my Etsy shop, Herpetology. It's a shop with goodies, gifts, decor for reptile moms, and literally this thing has helped me so much. I used to lose my tongs all the time, and I hear this about the people that have bought my tong jars too. They used to lose their tongs all the time, and then they had a cute place to put it, so it made them want to put their tongs away. So I think a tong jar is a necessity. Like I said, shameless self-plug. I am plugging my own shop, but literally it has helped me, so I am going to mention it. Alright, so that is it for today's video. I hope you found some of the stuff helpful. If you didn't already have some of this stuff, maybe you're inspired and you're going to go get some of this stuff. But I do think these are things that every reptile keeper should have. Of course, the tong jar is subjective. You really don't need it, but I find it very helpful. If you think there's something else that a beginner should have that I didn't mention, definitely put it in the comments below. And stay tuned for part 2 with a little more advanced objects and the giveaway. And it's a giveaway you aren't going to want to miss, especially if you like naturalistic or bioactive enclosures. You are going to want to be a part of that giveaway. As always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss part 2, so you can take part in that giveaway, and we'll see you then. Bye!